Parker Porter, he gets a UD win against Alan Baudot. And this was a fun fight, AJ. This was a back and forth grinder of a fight. And we had to see Parker Porter do something that he doesn't normally do too often, or at least we haven't seen him do too often. And he had to wrestle. He had to wrestle him up. He had to use all of his mixed martial arts prowess to get the win against Alan Baudot. But this was still a good showing for the I'm forgetting the name, but he's fighting out of Paris, right out of there with Cyril Gahn and all of them fight. MMA Factory, I believe, for the MMA Factory fighter, fighting under Fernand Lopez. But listen, man, Parker Porter is the story of the day today. Moves to 3-1 in the UFC, third win in a row, and he's shown that he can really be this decision fighter. But that's the other part of the coin right there, AJ. Being this decision fighter, all you will see on Twitter while this fight was happening was like, wow, the momentum of this card was really great until these heavyweights got in here and, slowed the whole entire card down. Do you think that a win is a win is a win in this situation, which it is, it always is, but as a heavyweight, you still got to entertain, and I don't see Parker Porter being anything more than a prelim fighter at this rate, fighting the way that he's fighting. What do you think?
I can see where you're coming from on that. What was it, the normal, exciting Parker Porter fight that we're used to? This dude standing toe to toe, swinging and banging in a phone booth? Not necessarily. But did he do the smart thing to get the win? Because Alan Baudot had them hands. Yeah. Alan Baudot was piecing him up, and he got bloodied up a little bit. And that just, to me, sure, it wasn't the most exciting dog fight we were expecting to see. But when I saw that Baudot, started piecing him, started kind of catching up in that second round, Porter hit a switch and was like, okay, well, it's time to get the win. Like, I'm not going to get the win this way, so I'm going to get the win this way. I think it's a good call. I mean, I have all respect to Parker Porter on that one, because that's hard, man. That's hard to do. You're in the middle of the fight. Everybody's kind of not on your side. You're used to throwing his hands. And you think, oh, shit, this dude's piecing me up. I got to change game plans. Most people can't do that. So I liked the fight. I didn't think it was boring at all, even though it was a little bit more grappling heavy than I like to watch. I still think it was a good scrap. And I mean, also a good showing for Baudot, because like I said, he's got those hands too, man. He was using that length. Sure, it didn't work out too well in the first round, but second and third, he really started to come back a little bit.
Absolutely. And just to clarify, I was on the edge of my seat for the entirety of this fight. Like, this was a very good fight, but in the eyes of the casual viewers, in the eyes of putting asses in seats, I just felt like this didn't really put him over the top. Now, Parker Porter was the shorter reach and the shorter stature fighter. He had to get in on the taller, longer Alan Baudot, so that's obviously a chess match in and of itself. Like, watching that puzzle in real time was a beautiful thing to see, because he made a lot of adjustments, did a lot of wrestling, shot for a lot of doubles when Alan Baudot had some great sprawls, man, great hips. But once again, man, in the eyes of the casuals, they just see, oh, these are two heavyweights. They're supposed to knock each other out. So what's happening here? We didn't get a knockout. We got a decision win. Another one on the board for Parker Porter. But once again, a win is a win is a win. And the man is quietly 3-1 in the UFC, my man. So he lost his UFC debut. But besides that, he's getting the job done. So this was a big win by Parker Porter. And I do anticipate to see him on another prelim bout in the future, probably next up very soon.